Hi everyone, Toan and Nguyen. Just want to do a quick video on a topic that I believe is extremely very important if you're in the relationship marketing industry and you want to be wildly successful in your endeavors. And that is the topic of personal development. See, most of us don't focus a whole lot on personal development because we don't know what it really can do for you in your career. But personal development really amplifies who you really are and how you can attract the success in your career. I've heard a long time ago from a quote that success isn't what you pursue. It's what you attract by being an attractive person. And I'm not talking about attractive like your looks. I'm talking about attractive as a whole, as a person. Being able to work on your character, your charisma, maybe your integrity, your leadership, maybe your people skills, or the ability to work on your finances, or spirituality, your faith, or your family. So a lot of times people don't focus on you as a whole, or developing what your potential is, because they don't see it as being important. But 80% of this business is mindset, and then the other 20% is skill set. So let's kind of focus on the 20% for a second. What's the 20%? Well, the 20% in this business is comprised of doing your exposures, maybe a proper follow-up, doing three-way calls to get your prospects' questions answered correctly, or learning how to invite someone to a live event, promoting your team to go to a train so that you can create duplication in your business. So all that stuff is extremely very important. That's 20% of your business. Now the other 80% is mindset. So how do you focus on mindset? Well, the first thing is being in NERM International. The one thing I love about our launch kits is that it actually includes all the what I call fundamentals of your personal development. And the first thing is, I would recommend, if you have your kit and you haven't gone through it yet, the first CD that I would recommend you grabbing a hold of and listening to right away is Robert Kiyosaki's audio CD, Business of the 21st Century. Now, Van and I have read this book, and this book is phenomenal. If you haven't actually picked it up yet, pick it up, read it, but start off with the CD first because you have it at your disposal. So take this CD, pop it in your car. I recommend turning your car into a drive time university. See, all of us are very busy. Some of us are busy moms, busy dads. Some of us are, have a busy career, working 50, 60 hours a week, 9 to 5 busy schedule. And then you go home, you might have to cook dinner, or you have to go to the gym, or maybe you have to attend to some family, or anything you do, or go to church, or attend to whatever the case is, right? We all have a life, okay? But one thing I've learned is that it doesn't take away time from your schedule if you just took the CD, and instead of listening to radio or listening to your favorite music, you can just pop this CD in and turn your car into what's called a drive time university. I've also learned a long time ago is negative in, negative out. What are the most of the music that you listen to nowadays? They talk about sex, money, drugs, right? Or a love song that is very sad. So there was a bad breakup and they're stressed about it, right? So if you put negative in, guess what? Negative out. And again, what's that quote I said before? Success isn't what you pursue, it's what you attract by being an attractive person. So if you put this CD in, you're putting positive information in, and positive information is going to come right out of you, okay? And this CD is incredible because most of us have never been in the relationship marketing industry before. And so sometimes we question, is this a great career to get involved in, or is this a great business to invest time in? And Robert Kiyosaki, he's made millions and millions of dollars in the real estate industry and with his oil businesses, right? But he said in his book, he said, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would actually make my millions and make my fortune in network marketing, which is the industry that we're all in. And why is that? He really goes through in depth why this is the business of the 21st century. Okay, phenomenal CD. I don't want to I don't want to kill it for you. I don't want to spoil it for you. So make sure you pop the CD in and listen to it right away. Now, as soon as this CD is done, you want to move and gravitate right to this CD. It's called Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Now, what a phenomenal CD. When I was 18 years old, I know I still look like it, literally over 12 or 13 years ago, I remember my brother actually bought me this as a cassette tape. And I took that cassette tape and I popped it in and I listened to it over and over and over. And I literally listened to it every single night before I went to bed, and it really shaped my philosophies. And he said something here that was very profound, is that uh, you don't want to convince, you want to learn how to sort in this business. And he said that you can be ultra talented, and you can sit here and convince someone for 1 hour and probably sign them up. Okay, one person could do that. Or if you learn the law of average, and you learn for a fact that if it took you to talk to 10 people to show the information to get one person to sign up, and I was racing against you, and I was actually convincing one person in 1 hour to sign up, if you knew that your ratio was talking to 10, you'd enroll one person. All you need to do is talk to 20 people, and you'll enroll two in 1 hour. So if you talk to 20 people to enroll two people, you beat me if I had to learn how to convince one person in 1 hour. So law of average is powerful because you don't have to convince, you just have to learn how to sort. So he spends an hour explaining to you how to build your business in this industry, okay? Very powerful CD. Again, pop this in right after you listen to Business of the 21st Century. Now, one of my favorite CDs that I would highly recommend you listen to is Jeff Olson, which is the founder and CEO of Nearm International, the Success Training. Now, he actually had this training well over a decade ago. He built his career with these fundamentals. And I have a saying that I said a long time ago. There's 10,000 things you can do wrong in this industry. 10,000 things. What are they? Handing out flyers, knocking on doors, just I call verbally vomit on people, just trying to sell people on it, right? So there's 10,000 things that could work, that you could get results, right? But there's 10,000 things that you can do wrong. But there's only 10 things that you need to learn to do it right in this business. And what are those 10 things? You'll find them in these 3 CD sets, okay? The 10 things that you just need to learn to do over and over again, and if you just do it consistently over a sustained period of time, you can actually have ultra success in this business through these 3 CD sets. Again, it's called the Success Training by Jeff Olson, our founder and CEO of Nearm International. Now, one of the last things I would recommend you doing is pick up the book, and it's in your launch kit with Nearm, is The Slight Edge. Okay. Now, this book, I cannot sum it up in this little video, but I will tell you this: you want to get in the habit of reading 10 pages a day. Now, some of you might say to me, Toan, it sounds easy for you. I haven't read a book for 20 years. I haven't read a book for 30 years. They say that the average person has not read a book after the age of 18. As a matter of fact, they only read one more book after the age of 18 before they pass away, right? That's terrible, okay? And even then, I can just tell you this, and I'll promise you this. Well, in high school, I really just dodged all my textbooks. I copied, right? And I know some of you look at me like, wait a minute, I'm learning from someone that copied. That's okay, because those copying skills did wonders for me, because in high school, you got in trouble and went to detention for copying. In this business, you get ultra successful for copying here. You just got to copy the right cats. So one of the things that I can tell you right now about this book is that he talks to you about doing the simple little disciplines that make no difference on the act of doing them, but it makes all the difference over time. You can make simple errors in judgments, like eating a hamburger a day. So if you eat a hamburger a day, in the beginning, it won't make a big difference. If you eat a Big Mac for that day, you're not going to drop dead and die, right? If you eat it for a whole entire week, you're not going to see a big difference, right? But these simple little errors and judgments over a long period of time can actually fault you for a fatality, right? 20 years from now, if you're eating a Big Mac a day, yes, you will have a heart attack, right? Yes, you will have high blood pressure, right? No question about it. But the simple little disciplines over time of not eating it will actually yield you phenomenal positive results. And that can work with anything, in health, in business, in life. So what if you're able to actually listen to these kind of CDs, and you read this book to be able to make these things work, okay? So if you haven't read a book since high school, and you pick up this book, I'm telling you, I remember when I first read this book, I got cockeyed. I was like, whoa, right? I got so sleepy because I wasn't used to reading. Your eyes, it's like a muscle, right? And if you haven't worked it out, it gets really sore. So what is it like to be sore around your eyes? Getting tired, falling asleep. I remember when I used to pick a book, I read a page and I got sleepy and I fell asleep. I used that as an excuse to fall asleep. But here's what I've learned from a mentor of mine years ago. He said, look, start with 10 pages a day. Don't worry about reading the entire book in a day. Some people can do that. Well, if you can't, don't worry about it. Start with 10 pages a day. If you can't finish 10 pages a day, then finish a page a day. If you can't finish a page a day, start with a paragraph a day. If you can't do a paragraph a day, start with a sentence a day. And if you can't do a sentence a day, start with a word. I promise you this, you're gonna do this. You close it, and then you put it down. Sooner or later, you're gonna get mad at yourself. You're like, I should read two words, okay? Then eventually you'll say, I'll start with one sentence, okay? It sounds kind of silly, but I'm not focused on what you're gonna gain out of it. What I want to encourage you is to gain a successful habit. Start with a word, then progress into a sentence, and then to a page, then 10 pages a day. Okay, Rome wasn't built overnight, right? So, and if you have a hard time reading and getting to the habit of it, I'd recommend. Sounds kind of silly, but put it where you're always going to be at. Use your imagination. Doesn't matter. Right next to the table, next to your bed, or in the bathroom. Okay, doesn't matter. But start this habit right away. Okay. There's a quote I learned from Benjamin Franklin. Actually, as a matter of fact, Benjamin Franklin, he quoted it, but it really came from Abraham Lincoln. And he says, give me 6 hours to chop down a cherry tree, and I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe. And what he was trying to say is that if he had 6 hours to actually work on his business, he would spend 4 hours sharpening his axe by reading the good books, listening to the good CDs, and just growing as a person. And he would spend the remaining hour just focusing on building his business. And if you focus on that consistently day by day over a sustained period of time, you're going to be an attractive person, for your business and, folks, in life. Here's another quote. By the way, I get this all the time. Right? People go like, Toan, I've read so many books. I've listened to so many CDs. I've listened to so many stuff that it dates back into cassette tapes, right? And here's a quote that I learned that I got from Anthony Robbins. In life, lots of people know what to do, but few people actually do what they know. Knowing is not enough. You must take action. Okay. So just because you listen to the good CDs and all the CDs I'm recommending to you, and you're reading the good books, that doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. What you want to do is you want to take the stuff that I'm sharing with you and you want to apply it right away. There's a quote that I was able to learn a long time ago as well, and it's education, motivation, inspiration is nothing without implementation. So you got to take everything that I'm sharing with you, devour it, absorb it, and gobble it. Make sure it's fruitful for your life. But then also you want to make sure that you apply it in your life. And the more you apply, the more you're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. Okay? So as I wrap things up, I want to read you one last quote that hopefully it'll make sense to you. And it's a quote that I was able to get so much out of it that I've applied in my own personal growth in my life. And is, you cannot change the destination overnight, but you can change the direction overnight. If you want to reach your goals and fulfill your potential, become intentional about your personal growth. It will change your life. So guys, hopefully this video helped, and I want to make sure that you take this information, apply it in your life, so you can see the results that you're looking for. And Van and I will never teach you or share with you anything that we are sharing with you right now unless we applied it in our own life. So hopefully this video helped, and looking forward to seeing you in the near future at the next event. Take care, everyone. God bless.